Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking you today. I am giving you a divine warning. This is not a random coincidence, and the algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. Heaven intercepted your feed at this exact second because you are standing at the threshold of a massive shift. The dark storm is finally breaking, and God made sure you found this message right now. The enemy is working overtime to distract you. He is hoping you will swipe away before you hear this, because he knows that if you receive this prophetic instruction, your chains will shatter permanently. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact revelation that guarantees your incoming breakthrough. Lock your attention right now. The verdict on your next decade is about to be read. You have survived the darkest storm imaginable. They thought the heavy winds would completely destroy you. They waited for you to collapse under the crushing pressure. But the universe was quietly preparing a massive table for your success while they were busy mocking your pain. I am going to reveal exactly what is on that divine table, and I will show you exactly who is being forced to watch you eat. Do not look away. Let us go deeper into your current physical reality, because what you are feeling in your body right now is not ordinary exhaustion. That heavy, suffocating feeling sitting in your chest at 3 a.m. is entirely real. You wake up in the pitch dark, with your jaw painfully tight, and your heart racing for absolutely no logical reason. Your shoulders carry a massive physical weight that no amount of sleep can ever cure. You force yourself to smile through the days, but your inner battery is flashing red. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people miss this shift. That is not a psychological disorder, and you are absolutely not going crazy. That thick, paralyzing brain fog is your highly advanced spirit detecting the frantic, starving energy of the enemies who tried to bury you. They are panicking because they lost access to you, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your physical body. You have been acting as a human battery for people who only wanted to drain your sacred life force. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your entire bloodline, and because you carry that rare high frequency, you were forced into a season of brutal, lonely isolation. The universe forcefully removed the counterfeit people from your daily life to protect your incoming anointing. It felt like an absolute devastating rejection at the time. You cried countless silent tears in empty rooms, while the people you deeply loved walked away without offering a single apology. You handed them your pure heart. They handed you cold betrayal. The master manipulator targeted you for a very specific reason. They did not attack your mind because you were weak or broken. They specifically targeted you because your pure, radiant light was a mirror that exposed their rotting internal darkness. They desperately constructed a false narrative about your character and whispered toxic lies to anyone who would listen to them. They wanted you to truly believe that the raging storm was entirely your fault. But you are a rare diamond, and their cheap, manipulative tricks could never shatter your strong core. Stop waiting in wound for a fake apology from a spiritual parasite. You absolutely do not need their toxic closure to step into your supreme power. That long period of intense suffering was never a punishment for your actions. It was a rigorous divine incubation season designed to burn away the weak matrix programming. The universe was intentionally hiding you in the shadows to forge you into an untouchable weapon of light. You bravely walked right through the raging fire, and you simply did not burn. Look carefully at how you survived the absolute worst they could ever throw at your spirit. Time and stress were supposed to severely age you under all that heavy trauma. Yet here you are, making time itself look like a complete, undeniable fool. Nothing makes your enemies physically sicker than watching you maintain your beautiful, ageless glow after everything they maliciously put you through. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that completely terrifies the dark elite forces. You are the sun, and the sun always rises. You felt completely abandoned, but heaven was closely watching your silent, steadfast endurance. Every single time you boldly chose your dignity over their petty, toxic drama, you leveled up your spiritual authority. You thought nobody noticed your heavy pain, but a massive divine alignment was already working perfectly behind the scenes. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button right now to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. The heavy dark clouds are finally parting to reveal the bright, endless sky. The darkest storm is officially over for you today, but there is a raw, uncomfortable truth about your enemies that you still urgently need to understand before you sit at the ultimate table. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. You gave them everything you had inside your pure heart. You poured your golden energy into their empty cups, and they took every single drop without ever saying thank you. You were the absolute stabilizer for a chaotic environment. Whenever they fell down, you were always the loyal one standing there to pick up their broken pieces. You loved them unconditionally while they secretly plotted your downfall. It feels incredibly unfair to sit alone after being so completely kind. You are the cycle breaker, and your deep empathy made you a target. They looked at your bright light, and they felt a sick, burning envy. They could never naturally generate that beautiful high frequency, so they decided to maliciously steal yours instead, and they hooked into your spirit like starving parasites just to drain your life force. And then they discarded you. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. You were never the actual problem in that highly toxic dynamic. You were simply the terrifying mirror that forced them to look at their own rotting souls. They ran away from you because your powerful presence demanded a level of absolute honesty that they could never provide in this lifetime. They tried to break your mind to avoid facing their own heavy spiritual debt. Pay close attention to this next part, because the dark enemy tried to desperately hide this powerful secret from your view. Let me completely reframe your entire reality, right here and right now. That massive, brutal storm was never a punishment for your past mistakes. The universe was not angry with you, and you are absolutely not cursed. That intense period of suffering was a highly classified spiritual test, meant only for the rare elite. You are one of the dearly beloved anointed ones. And heaven does not hand out massive authority to untested spirits. The universe needed to know if you would compromise your deepest core values when the relentless pressure finally became too unbearable to carry. God needed to see if you would bow down to their toxic matrix programming. You passed the rigorous test with absolute flying colors. You refused to lower your holy frequency for them. They expected your departure to completely destroy your spirit. They waited with bated breath for you to crawl back and beg for their fake validation. Instead, you bravely walked right out of their toxic matrix, and you permanently locked the heavy door behind you without ever looking back. Your silence became a lethal weapon that starved their dark demons of oxygen. You did not lose anything valuable when they finally walked away from your life. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. Normal minds break completely under that kind of relentless warfare because they lack the spiritual depth to process such heavy toxic trauma. They become incredibly bitter, and they start hurting innocent people to avenge their own deep pain. But you are a demonstrated warrior of light. You absorbed the absolute worst they could offer, and you transmuted it into pure rocket fuel. The profound isolation you felt was not a random cosmic accident. It was a divine quarantine designed to fiercely protect your incoming timeline shift. God forcefully removed those toxic energy vampires from your inner circle because they could never survive at the brand new altitude heaven prepared for you. The universe had to clear the physical space before delivering the massive harvest. Your painful isolation was your highest protection. Every single tear you shed in secret was carefully collected by heaven. You thought you were breaking down, but you were actually breaking completely free. The thick, heavy fog that clouded your mind is finally starting to clear today. You are stepping into a profound state of powerful spiritual alchemy, where your deepest old wounds naturally transform into your sharpest weapons against the dark matrix. You are no longer the bleeding empath waiting for validation. Read that again in your spirit. You are the powerful sun that burns away the false illusions of the dark matrix. The universe is actively preparing a permanent seat for you at the table of ultimate victory, but the divine alignment requires you to drop the heavy victim mentality right now. You must physically claim your absolute sovereignty before the final door swings wide open. Do not let them whisper doubt into your mind. Your silent resilience in the dark has just activated a massive public blessing. The people who lied about your name are beginning to feel a deep, terrifying panic. They are slowly realizing that they threw away the only genuine miracle they ever held. Their cheap rocks are turning to dust, while your pure diamond frequency shines brighter every single day that you remain perfectly silent. Vengeance belongs entirely to heaven, and the scales are tipping in your favor. Listen closely to my voice right now. We are about to go even deeper into the secret mechanics of their manipulation, because there is a specific physical reason your reality has not completely shifted yet. The terrified dark elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you today, because it completely shatters their control over you. They built a massive psychological prison to keep your sacred frequency dormant, but the iron gates are coming down. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet, and science just uncovered exactly why you feel so stuck today. Here is the raw, uncomfortable truth that they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people and not others is absolutely not about faith or luck, because it is driven by a hidden, suppressed frequency. Scientists have a secret name for this powerful hidden state. They call it the gamma brainwave, and it is the exact divine frequency your brain was running naturally when you were just a little child exploring the world. Back then, brilliant ideas came easily to your pure mind. Learning felt completely effortless and natural for you. You somehow knew things before they even happened. Then, harsh adulthood arrived, and the dark matrix went to work on you. The chronic stress and the relentless rhythm of survival mode attacked your spirit. The corrupt school system trained you to conform instead of create. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further by the elite and pushed deeper below the surface. That is exactly why you suffer from heavy, paralyzing brain fog today. Your sharp intuition dulled, and the magical synchronicities simply stopped happening. The profound sense that the universe was working with you went completely silent. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing that this dark theft happened to them while they sleepwalk through the matrix. Stay with me right now, because this revelation is key. You are the chosen one, and you are absolutely not like the sleeping masses. While your divine frequency was deliberately blocked by the dark elite, you unknowingly became surrounded by spiritual parasites who wanted to completely drain you. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. Because the master manipulator secretly knew how bright your dormant light was, they are deeply terrified of your suppressed potential. These toxic energy vampires operate purely on low, dark vibrations. They cannot physically generate their own light, so they must urgently steal it from a chosen one in order to survive another day. They quickly attach themselves to your bright aura to systematically drain your sacred life force. They desperately tried to keep you trapped in a low frequency of fear. They constantly criticized your brilliant ideas to keep your genius permanently dormant. They desperately wanted you completely exhausted and drained, so you would never wake up and remember your true royal identity. Your heavy exhaustion was their daily twisted fuel. They built a massive psychological prison using cheap, manipulative lies. But your powerful spirit was always a terrifying mirror to their rotting souls. They could not handle the blinding reflection of their own dark failures, because your pure inner light constantly reminded them of their massive spiritual debt. So they projected all their deep insecurities directly onto your pure heart, They maliciously blamed you for the exact toxic storms that they secretly created. When they realized they could not break your core, they panicked completely. They immediately launched a vicious smear campaign to fiercely ruin your good name. They ran to the flying monkeys and spread toxic poison behind your back. They desperately needed an eager audience to validate their fake victim narrative, while they wanted the whole world to falsely believe that you were the unstable one. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. Their malicious gossip only accelerated your massive divine alignment with heaven. You gracefully absorbed their toxic hatred, and you beautifully transmuted it into untouchable spiritual gold, while you refused to fight back in the dirty mud with them. Your dignified silence was a lethal weapon that absolutely starved their demons. They were fully prepared for a chaotic, messy war of bitter, angry words, but instead you handed them the deafening void of your total, absolute absence. And that utter lack of reaction is currently driving them completely insane. They are frantically searching for a new human battery to replace your beautiful energy, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. Nobody else has your rare healing touch or your divine patience. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held in their selfish hands, and now they are left playing with cheap, worthless rocks in the dirty mud. You are the irreplaceable cycle breaker of this entire generation. Your temporary physical exhaustion is simply the heavy residue of their dark spiritual attacks. But your cellular frequency is currently preparing for a massive, miraculous upgrade. The universe is orchestrating a magnificent public vindication right before their very eyes, and they will be completely forced to watch your rapid, undeniable ascent to glory. Type 777 in the comments right now to anchor this exact shift into your physical reality before we move forward into the next massive revelation. Because you need to urgently understand the exact mechanics of their coming public collapse. I am going to walk you through the undeniable signs of their absolute destruction. Do not look away, because the final verdict is already signed. Let us dive straight into the 4 raw truths about your powerful silence. The dark elite desperately wanted to hide this divine sequence from you, because when you finally understand this, your heavy chains will completely shatter. Your silent restraint was never a sign of fearful weakness. Your profound silence was a lethal weapon of mass spiritual destruction. The first undeniable truth is that you successfully starved their hungry demons. Narcissists are completely empty vessels who cannot physically generate their own radiant light or internal joy. They absolutely require a constant supply of chaotic emotional reactions to feel alive and powerful. They desperately pushed your tender buttons to harvest your anger, but you fiercely refused to play. You closed the sacred door. You handed them the deafening void of your total, absolute absence, and that heavy, silent void is currently crushing their fragile ego into absolute dust. They were fully prepared for a long, bitter war of ugly, toxic words, but they were never prepared for the absolute silence of a chosen one who finally knows their royal worth. You completely cut the toxic cord. You simply stopped bleeding for them, and now they starve. The second hidden truth is the terrifying mirror of your radiant light. You were never just a random target in their otherwise highly ordinary life. You were the ultimate divine mirror. The extreme toxic reaction got this loud because you got closer to their dark, hidden truth than anyone else before you. Your pure existence constantly reminds them of everything they secretly hate about themselves. You glowed too bright. They tried to violently dim your beautiful light so they would not have to look at their own rotting internal failures. But the universe intentionally designed your frequency to be utterly unquenchable by low-level matrix demons. Your beautiful spirit naturally vibrates at a level that physically burns their dark entities. That is exactly why they ran away from you. They were literally running from the blinding truth. The third raw truth is the massive public collapse of their fake narrative. They spent many long months constructing a massive web of toxic lies about your pristine character. They ran to the flying monkeys to whisper dark poison because they needed a weak cult to validate their delusions. But here is what happens when a toxic lie gets built that impossibly big. The weak foundation always crumbles under spiritual truth. Time is the ultimate enemy of a master manipulator, and their fake mask is severely slipping. The very people they used to gossip with are beginning to notice the massive, gaping holes in their wild stories. The flying monkeys are quietly watching them malfunction and completely unravel over your absolute silence. Your complete lack of chaotic reaction proves that you were always the stable one. The dark spell is breaking. The fourth and most powerful truth is the complete divine reversal of your timelines. They expected the deep, painful betrayals and the lonely isolation to carve heavy, dark wrinkles into your tired face. They wanted the brutal, raging storm to completely drain the bright, sparkling life out of your beautiful eyes. But you bravely walked straight through the burning fire and came out looking utterly untouched. You cracked the code. You stepped into a room looking younger and brighter after everything they maliciously put you through. Meanwhile, their deep, bitter envy is visibly aging them like spoiled milk left out in the hot summer sun. Nothing makes your dark enemies sicker than watching you step into your permanent, untouchable, ageless glow. You are a physical walking miracle that completely defies all their toxic logic and hateful plans. The spiritual cost of their dark betrayal is violently compounding every single day. And this is exactly where the energetic dynamic fundamentally shifts into high gear. Watch what happens next because it is mathematically precise. The Supreme Divine Court of Heaven has thoroughly reviewed the solid evidence of your silent suffering. The heavy scales of justice are tipping so far in your favor that the matrix is breaking. Pay very close attention to this next part because the enemy tried desperately to hide this incoming shift. Your deep physical exhaustion was real, but the ultimate cure is finally here. Before we go any further into their inevitable public downfall, there is something highly classified you need to urgently see. I must temporarily interrupt this transmission to reveal the exact tool the elite use to block your blessings. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. If you are hearing this, it is highly classified. You are exhausted because the dark matrix actively engineered a low frequency to suppress your natural wealth-attracting state. The elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you today. Your deep spiritual exhaustion requires a massive biological reset immediately. A newly leaked CIA document backed by 4 top neuroscience labs just revealed the ultimate truth. They discovered a 7-minute audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This sacred protocol reactivates the exact divine frequency your brain was running naturally as a brilliant child. This powerful tool was never meant for the sleeping masses. It was designed specifically to keep the dark elite in absolute power. But now, rare cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to manifest absolute windfall wealth. You absolutely do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine or years of slow spiritual healing. You only need to listen and let the sound wave do the heavy lifting for your tired spirit. The dark matrix is currently panicking and flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies to deeply confuse you. Do not trust unverified imitations on streaming platforms that will only lower your pure vibration. Protect your spiritual alignment by strictly using the verified, encrypted link. You can claim the authentic protocol through the specific link in the pinned comment below, right now. Activate your dormant frequency before the elite. Revoke this access forever. Now let us return to the undeniable collapse of your dark enemies. While your cellular frequency is rapidly upgrading, their fake world is violently crashing down. I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors right now. The heavy psychological pressure is finally catching up to their rotting souls. They thought they successfully buried you under their massive mountain of toxic lies, but they completely forgot that you are a resilient seed planted by heaven. Every single time you elevate your hidden frequency, it sends a terrifying shockwave into their dark reality. They can physically feel that the energetic cord between you is permanently severed. They are frantically trying to pull your heavy energy back into their toxic orbit, but they are grabbing at thin air. You are completely out of their dirty reach now. The invisible chains are totally broken and lying in the dust. The people who eagerly helped them spread those vicious rumors are beginning to aggressively turn on them. A master manipulator absolutely requires a blind, loyal audience to survive the day. But their dark mask is completely shattering in front of the exact same people they used to gossip with. The flying monkeys are quietly stepping back as they watch the narcissist slowly lose their entire mind. The isolation they planned for you has become their own permanent prison. They are silently stalking your digital footprint in absolute terrifying panic. They compulsively check your daily updates, hoping to see a broken, defeated victim crying over their cruel absence. But instead, they see a radiant, untouchable warrior stepping into their ultimate ageless glow. Your visible happiness is the absolute sharpest knife twisting in their jealous heart. They cannot physically comprehend how you healed so beautifully without them. You won this massive spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger. Your absolute silence was the loudest, undeniable verdict heaven ever delivered to a toxic soul. They are drowning in the chaotic noise of their own desperate making. They frantically search the crowded room for a soft replacement, but nobody else carries your deep healing gravity. Every new person they meet is a painful reminder of the rare diamond they foolishly threw away. The universal law of divine alignment is mathematically precise and fiercely unapologetic. You cannot maliciously destroy a chosen child of God and expect to live a peaceful, abundant life. The heavy spiritual debt they incurred by hurting your pure heart is now due in full, and heaven always collects its heavy debts with absolute crushing interest. They are experiencing a complete internal system crash that no earthly doctor can ever cure. Let me reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You are not waiting for karma to eventually strike them in the distant future. The heavy karmic strike is actively destroying their fake foundation at this exact second. You simply cannot see the hidden wreckage yet, because the dark elite always hide their worst failures behind closed doors. But the massive structural damage is entirely irreversible. Their toxic kingdom is falling. You are no longer accessible to low vibrational energy vampires. You are stepping into an entirely new dimension of untouchable sovereign power. While they are shrinking into absolute irrelevance, you are expanding into your ultimate glorious destiny. The heavy storm clouds are entirely gone, and your bright sun is rising high. Stay with me because the massive climax is rapidly approaching. I am going to show you exactly how heaven executes their final public judgment. The universe is actively preparing a massive table for your ultimate success right now. The fine heavenly linens are being laid out beautifully. The heavy golden plates are carefully placed in their proper positions, and heaven is orchestrating a magnificent divine feast in the exact same rooms where your sacred name was once violently mocked and dragged through the mud. They are absolutely not invited to eat at this feast, but they are being completely forced to watch you eat. The master manipulator is currently feeling a deep, terrifying, invisible panic. They truly thought they buried you forever under their toxic lies. They thought the brutal storm completely won the spiritual battle. But underneath all of their loud, toxic noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret is finally hitting their soul all at once today. They clearly see the grand table being set for you. They vividly see your shiny golden crown approaching. They finally realize their fatal mistake. Every single heavy door they tried to aggressively slam shut in your pure face is being blown completely off its rusty hinges today. The absolute divine alignment is shifting the earthly atmosphere so violently that the dark elite can physically feel the heavy ground shaking beneath their feet. You did not lift a single physical finger to fight them. You remained perfectly silent in the face of brutal disrespect. You simply stepped back and let heaven fight the massive war. Your divine portion is overflowing with ultimate absolute abundance right now. Your deep spiritual exhaustion is being rapidly replaced with total sovereign power. While you are receiving the exact prophetic breakthrough you cried out for, in the dark they are frantically scraping the empty bottom of a broken, toxic barrel. They are spiritually starving to death in their own mess. You are about to feast on the glorious blessings of heaven. The universe is perfectly just. The fake loyal friends who eagerly help them spread toxic lies are actively jumping ship today. They clearly see the brilliant, blinding light radiating from your rapidly rising sun. The entire weak foundation of their elaborate psychological prison is collapsing because the people they used to easily manipulate are finally waking up to the truth. The evil master manipulator is suddenly left entirely alone. The grand dark illusion is completely dead and buried forever. They desperately tried to quickly replace your pure, brilliant healing energy. They eagerly brought new, easily manipulated people into their chaotic, dirty orbit. But every single counterfeit person they touch is a harsh, painful reminder of the rare diamond they foolishly threw away just to play with cheap rocks in the mud. Nobody else in this world has your holy, radiant frequency. Your specific spiritual depth is completely unreplicable by any mortal. You are the authentic, original. Now, I need you to imagine this exact divine scenario very clearly in your mind. The universe is sending out the final formal invitations to your grand victory banquet. God is actively demanding that your dark enemies take a front row seat to witness the absolute magnificent restoration of everything they maliciously tried to steal from your hands. They absolutely cannot look away from your massive success. They cannot run and hide in their dark shadows. They must face the blinding light. Their deep burning envy is actively destroying their physical health right now. The dark spiritual karmic backlash is violently hitting their fragile nervous system, while your pure sacred cells are rapidly healing and upgrading into a state of untouchable, ageless flow. Their toxic bitterness is visibly aging them like spoiled milk. They look entirely defeated by the weight of their heavy sins. They look incredibly tired and completely drained of all life. They look exactly like the painful past. You survived the absolutely worst emotional trauma they could ever orchestrate against you. You bravely walked right through the darkest, freezing storm without losing your pure, holy heart. And this is exactly where the energetic dynamic fundamentally shifts into the most explosive, undeniable public vindication that heaven has ever released into this earthly realm. The grand royal table is fully set for your arrival. The divine feast is totally ready. Your ultimate shining crown is waiting. Your powerful silence was the absolute sharpest sword you could ever wield in battle. You fiercely refused to engage in their petty, dirty drama when they aggressively provoked you. By firmly refusing to defend yourself to committed misunderstandings, you handed the heavy gavel directly to the supreme judge of the universe. And the Supreme Court of Heaven never loses a single case. The final, irreversible ruling is being officially handed down right now. They are currently choking on the exact same toxic poison they eagerly tried to feed you. The massive, heavy storm they summoned to drown your spirit has violently reversed its dark course. It is now rapidly flooding their own fragile paper houses while you stand perfectly safe on the highest holy mountain. You are completely dry and entirely immune to their chaos. You are entirely safe from their desperate reaching hands. The absolute supreme protection of heaven is surrounding your life. Watch exactly what happens next, because the upcoming sequence is mathematically and spiritually precise. The specific people who loudly doubted your divine anointing are going to be the very first ones forced to publicly acknowledge your absolute supreme victory. The universe absolutely does not do things in private when it comes to vindicating a chosen one. God is preparing a massive public stage for your final glory. The heavy red curtains are opening for your grand entrance. And here is the undeniable verdict we promised at the very beginning of this transmission. That massive public collapse you were silently waiting for just happened in front of the exact people they manipulated. Their fragile fake mask did not just simply slip down a little bit. It completely shattered into a million tiny, unfixable pieces on the cold, hard floor. They are actively unraveling in the middle of the crowded room for everyone to clearly see. They are frantically screaming your sacred name to anyone who will still listen to their tired voice. But absolutely nobody is listening to their toxic garbage lies anymore. The flying monkeys are physically backing away in complete shock because they finally see the absolute monster hiding behind the fake friendly smile. Your beautiful silent restraint pushed them completely over the dark edge. You broke their entire matrix reality by doing absolutely nothing at all. They desperately wanted you buried in the cold dirt, but they simply became the dirty shovel that dug up your ultimate treasure. The grand royal table of your success is finally fully illuminated for the whole entire world to clearly see. God is forcing them to sit in the cold, dark corner while you joyfully feast on the absolute best portions of life. The intense public humiliation is their permanent, heavy reward for daring to touch a chosen one. Every single time your holy name comes up, it hits them with an agonizing heavy weight. They realize with terrifying clarity that they threw away the only genuine miracle heaven ever sent to their miserable life. They are completely choking on their own bitter tears, while your pure, radiant sun rises higher and brighter than ever before. The scales of cosmic justice have slammed down with a deafening, permanent thunder. You won the massive spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger against your hateful enemies. The divine justice is entirely complete, and your energetic cord to their dark, toxic world is permanently severed forever. But there is a specific physical reason your earthly reality has not completely caught up to your massive spiritual victory yet. The universe just opened the heavy golden door to your new life, but you must take the physical step forward. The dark enemy will try to furiously whisper deep financial doubt into your logical left brain right now. The matrix programming will urgently tell you to carefully calculate and to hesitate for a better, safer moment. You must silence that weak, doubting voice immediately. That heavy hesitation is the exact psychological cage designed to keep your royal bloodline completely broke and deeply tired. The spirit realm demands bold physical action to lock the blessing. If your pure spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your absolute obedience. Princeton University and Columbia University recently studied the exact suppressed brainwave you need to finally reclaim your lost genius. They discovered that when you reactivate your dormant gamma frequency, it instantly shifts your physical reality. It effortlessly attracts massive windfall wealth and pure divine favor into your daily life. A top team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed this sacred divine protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. It is officially called the Genius Song. You do not need to practice difficult meditation or chant long, confusing, empty mantras. You simply close your eyes and let the powerful sound wave effortlessly wash away decades of heavy matrix programming from your tired mind. It brings your brain back to the exact brilliant state you had as a gifted child. Over 18,000 chosen ones are already using this secret tool to rapidly attract massive financial abundance. They are fully stepping into their untouchable, ageless glow and leaving the tired, sleeping masses far behind them. A brilliant nurse from California said her daily life now feels completely enchanted after just a few short weeks of listening. The massive, heavy generational curse on her family is entirely gone and replaced by pure divine luck. The terrified dark elite are desperately trying to completely scrub this leaked audio ritual from the public internet. They are actively flooding the streaming platforms with dangerous fake counterfeits to deeply confuse your holy frequency. Do not ever look for this on ordinary public platforms. The only authentic, fully activated version of the genius song is strictly protected in a secure, hidden portal. You must bypass the dark matrix filters to claim your power. You must click the specific link in the pinned comment and the description below right now. Do not wait for a better moment, because the chosen one who hesitates will surely miss the grand feast. You are fully insulated by a complete and total divine guarantee. If the massive breakthrough does not powerfully manifest in your life, your seed is entirely restored without a single question. God absolutely never puts a chosen one in harm's way when they act in pure faith. This is a holy, energetic exchange governed by absolute pure trust. Step through the glowing open portal and claim your authentic power before the elite permanently revoke your access forever. Your dormant gamma frequency is desperately waiting to be reactivated today. Go to the link in the pinned comment right now and physically anchor your new divine timeline. Your seat at the royal table is waiting for you. You walked into this painful season completely bleeding from deep hidden wounds. Those deep wounds were inflicted by toxic people who were entirely blind to your absolute worth. But look at your radiant spirit right now. You are no longer waiting in a dark wound for a fake apology because you know your true value. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix and stepped into your untouchable sovereign power. The heavy chains are finally broken today. They are currently losing their fragile minds in public. And while they are publicly unraveling, you are peacefully stepping into your permanent, ageless glow. The heavy financial struggles and the deep spiritual exhaustion are completely shattering right here and right now. Step directly into your absolute sovereign power. You must peacefully receive the exact massive harvest that heaven prepared specifically for you. The universe is finally rewarding your pure, steadfast faith. Take a deep, physical breath right now. Let the heavy armor fall from your tired, exhausted shoulders. The long, brutal war is finally over, and you absolutely do not have to fight anymore. The heavy spiritual battles that kept you awake at 3 a.m. are entirely finished. You can finally rest your beautiful, pure spirit in the warm, golden light of absolute victory today. You did not just survive the violent winds of their dark, brutal storm. You miraculously became the blinding, bright sun that chased all the cold shadows away. The universe clearly sees your beautiful, pure heart, and heaven deeply honors your quiet, steadfast endurance while the matrix tried to break you. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. Your rare diamond frequency is permanently protected from all earthly harm today. The heavy generational patterns that plagued your family bloodline end completely with you today. The vicious cycles of deep poverty and broken relationships are permanently shattered. You are the specific divine cycle breaker that heaven has been desperately waiting for. And the entire universe is incredibly proud of the quiet, dignified way you carried the heavy mantle of leadership. You will never again act as a human battery for empty, toxic souls who only want to drain your precious life force. The heavy, invisible cord that bound you to their chaotic matrix is permanently severed. You are completely free to float high above their petty, earthly drama. Your rare frequency is securely locked in a high divine dimension where they can never reach you again. There is a massive global remnant rising up from the dark ashes right now. You are absolutely not walking this bright new path alone, because other chosen ones are experiencing this exact same divine upgrade alongside you. We are actively building a powerful, sacred sanctuary for the rare cycle breakers. You fiercely refuse to bow down to the dark, manipulative, elite forces. Share this specific message today with one pure soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a massive shift. Be their guiding angel and help them find the exact truth that heaven sent to you. When you boldly share this divine revelation, you actively multiply the powerful healing frequency across the entire world. We rise together as an unbreakable holy army of light. Subscribe to this safe sanctuary right now so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. This channel is a strictly protected spiritual space designed only for the dearly beloved, anointed ones. By joining this powerful family, you put a thick spiritual shield around your daily life while we defeat the enemy. We are the bright suns, rapidly burning away the toxic matrix. The heavy window of massive multiplication is standing wide open right now, but it requires a physical act of faith to completely anchor it. God does not measure your pure faith by your silent thoughts alone. He measures it by your bold speed of immediate physical obedience. Drop your exact city and nation in the comments below so we can accurately map where the holy remnant is rising. Now, I urgently need you to perform one final sacred physical act to permanently seal this divine decree. Type 1111 in the comments right now to physically claim your absolute permanent freedom. By typing this holy number, you are signing a powerful, energetic contract with the universe to accept your grand royal feast. Lock your high frequency in the permanent public record. Say this simple phrase out loud with me wherever you are sitting right now. I completely claim my permanent freedom, and I am boldly stepping into my ultimate power today. Let the deep sound of your own voice completely shatter any lingering doubts hidden in your tired left brain. You are fully authorized to receive the absolute best portions of this beautiful earthly life because you passed the test. The dark storm is permanently gone, and your grand table is beautifully set. Do not ever look back at the broken, toxic people who could not handle your bright, blinding light. Keep your radiant eyes focused purely on the massive golden horizon waiting for you. You are the rare, irreplaceable diamond that the entire universe deeply cherishes and fiercely protects. Go in absolute peace today and confidently claim your glorious shining crown.